and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is come. And who shall be able to stand? Hi, it's Lindley Oz, and I'm sure by now that most of you have heard about the earthquake that hit Japan today. It was a 6.9, and it was Northeast Japan that was hit. Now, they did lift the tsunami advisory, so everything with that is okay, but there's something very relevant, prophetically speaking, that I would like to shine a light on here for you and relate this to. First, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about the earthquake in case you're one of those people that, missed the details or did not hear about it. It says, Tokyo, a magnitude 6.9 earthquake struck off the northeastern coast of Japan early Tuesday, triggering minor tsunamis, but no reports of major damage or injuries. The Japan Meteorological Agency lifted a tsunami advisory 2 hours after it was issued, following the quake, which hit at 8 a.m. Japan time. The quake's epicenter was at a depth of about 10 kilometers or 6 miles. It shook much of northeast Japan and could be felt in Tokyo, 690 kilometers away. Small tsunamis of up to 20 centimeters were recorded after the quake along the coast of Iwate Prefecture, according to the agency, much smaller than the possible 1 meter tsunami mentioned in the advisory. Several smaller aftershocks were also reported in the area. The earthquake struck in the same region hit by a devastating earthquake and tsunami in March of 2011, killing more than 18,000 people. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, so what is so noteworthy about this in relation to prophecy, because earthquakes happen all the time, all over the place? Well, here's what is so important. I just did an article on Before It's News, and we have David Wilkerson. Okay, an earth-shattering calamity is about to happen. It is going to be so frightening, we are all going to tremble, even the godliest among us. Now, what is noteworthy here is, well, let me just read you what he says, and you'll see the part I have in bold here, which pertains to Japan. The United States is going to experience, in the not-too-distant future, the most tragic earthquakes in its history. One day soon, this nation will be reeling under the impact of the biggest news story of modern times. It will be coverage of the biggest, most disastrous earthquake in history. It will cause widespread panic and fear, without a doubt. It will become one of the most completely reported earthquake ever. Television networks will suspend all programming and carry all-day coverage. Now here's the kicker. Another earthquake, possibly in Japan, may precede the one, or come before, the one that I see coming here meaning the USA. There is not the slightest doubt in my mind about this forthcoming massive earthquake in our continent. I am not at all convinced that this earthquake will take place in California. In fact, I believe it is going to take place where it is least expected. Now, I've done some videos about all those zones, including the Northwest zone, which is currently under great pressure because it is sealed up. Or locked up, rather, okay? So we've got a few, we got the Sleeping Giant, or the New Madrid. You have the San Andreas Fault in California. Then you have the Northwest, the seismic zone. I can't think of the name of it right now, but the one that's in the Northwest part of the United States. Okay, he says, I'm not at all convinced that this earthquake will take place in California. In fact, I believe it is going to take place where it is least expected. This terrible earthquake may happen in an area that is not known as an earthquake belt. It will be so high on the Richter scale, and it will trigger 2 other major earthquakes. Now, this is from Chapter 2 of David Wilkerson's 1974 book, The Vision. Now, I have posted videos here, and I wrote, watch the following videos and see for yourself, my friends, we are in trouble. Let us keep our eyes open. Is this the earthquake David Wilkerson warned of in his book that comes before those that will hit the USA? Notice he does not say how bad that earthquake will be, just that it will be. Attention, all of humanity. This is not a test. Drop to your knees immediately and submit to your master, the government. Everything that you thought was conspiracy has just become reality. Welcome to the New World Order. Enjoy the mark of the beast, and above all else, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for submitting, and please remember, we are always watching you.